specifically, what is the Great Reset? Well, what better place to go for such a definition than straight to the horse's mouth? And in this case, the horse is Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive director of the World Economic Forum, who announced the Great Reset initiative from the World Economic Forum in June of this year.
It is obvious that we are in the midst of the most severe crisis the world has experienced since World War II.
Look around you. Could you imagine being a young kid going to kindergarten and you're wearing a mask and you're getting your temperature taken?
75 years ago, countries and people came together to shape the post-war global order, which brought us decades of peace, increased global cooperation, and prosperity to hundreds of millions of people around the world. The COVID-19 crisis has shown us that our old systems are not fit anymore for the 21st century.
And then being a young person, where you got that, craziness running through your bones, and you want to go out and play and have a good time. No, you get back in your dormitory. No parties. No getting together. You're not going to a bar. You're not going to go out with friends. No dancing, no hugging. Hey, how about that woman that's a health minister over there in California? And no kissing.
It has laid bare the fundamental lack of social cohesion, fairness, inclusion, and equality.
Yeah, what's the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention? Oh, yeah, they say that between the ages of 1 and 50, your chances of recovery from the virus, the case, it's only 99.8% recovery rate.
Now is the historical moment, the time, not only to fight severe virus, but to shape the system for the need for the post-corona era.
They're destroying our lives in so many different ways. They're robbing us of our joy of liberty, life, beauty, and fun. And they've destroyed the global economy. This is unprecedented in world history.
We have a choice to remain passive, which would lead to the amplification of many of the trends we see today: polarization, nationalism, racism, and ultimately increased social unrest and conflicts.
How can anybody imagine that you're locking down all these places, and you see the numbers coming out? Oh, Yelp comes out and says, oh, only 60% of the businesses aren't going to reopen. And then you look at the numbers. International air travel. Oh, it's only down 85%, but it'll come back. And this is insanity. And it's across the globe. And what are governments doing? You're locking down again. Cases are going up. Yeah, cases are going up, but the death levels are low. We don't care about that. We got the cases.
But we have another choice.
Build up your immune system. Get into good health. Watch what you eat. Work out.
We can build a new social contract, particularly integrating the next generation. We can change our behavior to be in harmony with nature again. And we can make sure that the technologies of the fourth industrial revolution are best utilized to provide us with better lives. In short, we need a great reset.
The other big difference this time is I mentioned about how economy after economy, government after government, they've locked down. What's keeping it up? All the cheap money they're dumping into the system. The negative and zero interest rate policy. So why would anybody, to me, and I'm only speaking for myself, I don't give financial advice, why would they want this digital trash backed by nothing and printed on nothing when they just keep printing more and more of it?
We need a great reset.
So let's go to the United States. Go back to January. Daniela, we're going to have $1 trillion trade deficit this year. Wow, $1 trillion debt. And now what is it going to be? only 3 trillion because they pump more money in. And now they're coming up with a new deal. You're going to see another trillion or 2 or 3 dump back in. So this is devaluing all the currencies around the world, except one. And that is
China.
the yuan. Because what China's doing, and they're calling it a dual circulation, they know, the Chinese, that the global trade isn't going to be near what it used to be. So they're building up the internal economy, making it more self-sustaining. They got 1.4 billion people. We keep doing business with each other. 1.4 billion people will keep this thing going.
But why would the U.S. risk that, Gerald? Why would they risk losing their reserve currency status of the world?
Because they have no other choice. The economy, the people are broke.
We need a great reset.
What's keeping retail sales up? You know the numbers. People were getting more money with that $600 a week than they were making at the jobs they had. They know that they have to artificially prop this up. It's every country's doing it. Every country is doing it. France, Italy, the whole European Union, one country after another. India, South Africa just went a couple of months or so ago, borrowed more money from the IMF, one after another. They're doing this artificially because
we need a great reset.
When people lose everything and have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And you're seeing violence going up. They want to keep it quiet, and money will do it.
People here in Greater Manchester have been living under restrictions for 3 months, and they have taken a heavy toll on people. They're struggling, businesses are on the brink of closure. To accept any further restrictions in these circumstances would be certain to increase levels of poverty, homelessness and hardship within our city region. Let's be clear who is most affected by a Tier 3 lockdown. It is people working in pubs, in bookies, driving taxis, people too often forgotten by those in power. But this city region has never walked on by, and it never will. At the start of these negotiations, together with the leaders of our councils, we made a commitment to all of those people that we would look out for them, and I don't think it is right to ask people to go into a lockdown, to accept further changes within their lives without supporting them through all of that and what it entails. It can't be right to do that. How can we carry the public with us? So finally, I don't believe we can proceed as a country on this basis through the pandemic by grinding communities down through punishing financial negotiations. We are asking a lot of the public at this difficult time, and we need to carry them with us, not crush their spirit.
We need a great reset.